If you are trying to grow an email list from scratch, the fastest route is probably not what you have been told. It is not posting on every social platform, building a huge website, or creating a 40-page ebook. Those things can help later, but for a beginner, they usually create more work than subscribers. The fastest sustainable way to grow an email list is to build one small path that makes sense to one specific person, one useful promise, one simple free resource, one focused sign-up page, and one reliable source of attention. That is the whole engine. Most beginners struggle because they build the pieces in the wrong order. They choose email software, design a newsletter, make a logo, and then wonder why nobody joins. The missing piece is relevance. People do not want another newsletter simply because it exists. They exchange their email address when they believe the next step will solve a problem they already care about. So the real question is not, how do I collect more addresses? It is, what useful result can I help the right person achieve quickly? That shift matters because an email list is not a pile of contacts. It is a permission-based audience made up of people who expect something valuable from you. A small list of interested subscribers can outperform a large list of people who barely remember signing up. It can produce more replies, more trust, and better business outcomes while protecting deliverability. Before thinking about tactics, imagine a straight line. At one end is a person with an immediate problem. At the other is a useful result they can get from you. Every part of the list-building system should shorten that line. Once you see email growth this way, the process becomes far simpler, and the first thing to simplify is the promise itself. The promise is where most list-building efforts become either clear or confusing. A vague offer such as, "Join my newsletter for updates," asks for attention, without explaining the reward. A specific promise tells the visitor who the resource is for, what it helps them do, and how quickly or easily they can use it. For example, a one-page checklist for planning your first week of healthy meals is easier to understand than "Get wellness tips." The first feels immediate. The second feels endless and uncertain. Beginners often assume a lead magnet has to be impressive, long, or beautifully produced. That is a misconception. Its value comes from usefulness, not size. A checklist, template, swipe file, calculator, short email course, or decision guide can be more attractive than a long ebook because it reduces time and effort. The best lead magnet solves the first small problem, not the whole subject. It gives someone a quick win while naturally revealing the next question they need answered. That creates a genuine reason for the relationship to continue. A useful test is to complete this sentence. This helps a specific kind of person achieve a specific result without a specific frustration. If the sentence is difficult to finish, the offer is probably too broad. Another test is whether somebody could use the resource today. Information that sits unread creates weak engagement. A tool that prompts immediate action creates trust. This is also why copying a popular freebie from another niche rarely works. The format may be proven, but the promise must match your audience's real situation. A beginner does not need 10 lead magnets. One relevant resource is enough to learn what people respond to. With the promise fixed, the next challenge is turning that interest into a sign-up without adding unnecessary friction. A traffic loop is a repeatable way to place the sign-up offer in front of people who already care about the problem it solves. The word repeatable is important. A single viral post may create a spike, but it does not create a dependable email list-building system. For a beginner, the fastest approach is to choose one primary source of attention and connect it to one landing page. That source might be YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, a blog, a podcast, a professional community, partnerships, or even conversations with existing customers. The right choice is not automatically the platform with the largest audience. It is the place where the intended subscriber already looks for help and where you can publish consistently. Content then becomes the bridge between the problem and the lead magnet. A useful piece of content answers one question, demonstrates understanding, and makes the free resource a logical extension. If the content is about planning meals, a meal planning checklist fits. If the content is about choosing email software, an unrelated productivity planner does not. This alignment is called message match, and it improves both clicks and signups because the journey feels coherent. Beginners sometimes spread the same generic link across 5 platforms and conclude that the offer is failing. In reality, they have too little consistent data from any one source. A better pattern is one core lesson each week, adapted into a few native pieces for the chosen channel, all pointing toward the same relevant resource. The purpose is not to push a link in every sentence. It is to earn attention by teaching something useful, then make the next helpful step easy to find. Once traffic begins moving through this path, speed comes from improving the weakest point rather than adding more platforms. To do that, the whole system needs to be viewed as a short sequence rather than a collection of isolated tactics. The welcome email should arrive promptly and do 3 things well. First, deliver exactly what was promised, using a clear link and plain instructions. Second, remind the subscriber why the resource matters, so they are more likely to use it. Third, set an honest expectation for what comes next. This email does not need a long autobiography or an immediate sales pitch. The subscriber has just raised a hand for help with a specific problem, so staying close to that problem creates continuity. A simple opening can confirm the request, provide the resource, and suggest the first small action to take with it. A short follow-up sequence can then deepen the lesson over several messages. One email might correct a common mistake, another might demonstrate an example, and another might explain the next decision. Together, these messages turn a download into an experience. They also teach the sender what the audience cares about. Replies, clicks, and repeated questions reveal language that can improve future content and landing page copy. This feedback loop is one reason an email list becomes more valuable over time. It is not merely a broadcast channel, it is a source of direct learning. There is a technical side as well. Use a reputable email service provider, send from a recognizable identity, and authenticate the sending domain with the records the provider recommends. As volume grows, SPF, DKIM, and DMARC become increasingly important for proving that messages are legitimate. Keep unsubscribe options easy to find and avoid sending messages people did not request. Deliverability is built through permission, relevance, and consistent sending practices, not through tricks. A subscriber who receives the expected resource and useful follow-up is more likely to open the next message. That engagement strengthens the relationship, but it begins with something even more basic: collecting permission in a way that respects the person behind the address. For a beginner, only a handful of numbers are needed. Start with landing page visits, completed signups, conversion rate, welcome email delivery, opens, clicks, replies, and unsubscribes. Visits show whether the chosen traffic loop is producing attention. Conversion rate shows whether the offer and page turn that attention into permission. Welcome engagement shows whether the promise is being fulfilled in a way people notice. Unsubscribes and complaints reveal a mismatch in expectations, frequency, or relevance. These numbers should be read together. A high sign-up rate followed by weak engagement can mean the lead magnet attracted curiosity without attracting the right audience. A low sign-up rate with strong engagement may mean the offer is good, but the page is unclear. The fastest improvement comes from changing one variable at a time. Test a more specific headline before redesigning the page. Test a stronger promise before building a second lead magnet. Test a clearer content angle before adding a new platform. This makes cause and effect easier to see. Use enough traffic to avoid overreacting to a few visits and look for patterns rather than daily fluctuations. Qualitative feedback matters too. If several subscribers reply with the same question, that question may become the next lesson, resource, or subject line. If people download the resource but do not use it, the format may require too much effort. The list itself becomes a research panel that improves the system. This is where compounding begins. Better subscriber questions create better content. Better content brings more relevant visitors. Relevant visitors convert into better subscribers, and their responses sharpen the next round. With measurement supporting judgment, the remaining task is practical execution. A simple 30-day rhythm can turn the entire method from an idea into a repeatable habit without overwhelming a beginner. Scaling should preserve the core path while increasing the number of qualified people who enter it. Once one promise, one lead magnet, one landing page, and one traffic loop are working, the next move is usually to deepen the winning source before adding another. Publish more of the content themes that attract engaged subscribers. Improve older high-performing content so it continues sending relevant traffic. Build partnerships with people who serve the same audience without offering the same solution. Add a second lead magnet only when subscriber questions reveal a distinct problem that deserves its own path. This keeps growth organized and makes segmentation meaningful rather than complicated. The deeper lesson is that the fastest way to grow an email list for beginners is not speed at any cost. It is speed of learning. A focused system produces clear feedback, and clear feedback helps every new version perform better. The essential sequence remains stable. Identify a pressing problem, promise a useful small result, make the sign-up simple, bring relevant attention, deliver immediately, continue teaching, respect permission, and improve the weakest point. Avoid bought lists, vague newsletter invitations, excessive form fields, unrelated giveaways, and a scattered presence across too many channels. Those shortcuts often create activity without trust. A strong email list is an owned relationship, built one clear expectation at a time. Even the technical work, consent records, authentication, unsubscribe handling, and sender identity supports that relationship by helping wanted messages reach the inbox. When the system is simple enough to explain and repeat, growth stops feeling mysterious. It becomes a practical cycle, useful promise, relevant traffic, trusted delivery, measured improvement. That cycle gives a beginner confidence because every part has a purpose and every result teaches what to do next. If you'd like to learn more, just click one of the videos you see on the screen. Permission is not a legal footnote added after growth. It is part of the growth strategy. A bought list may look like a shortcut, but those people did not ask to hear from you. The result is usually poor engagement, more complaints, damaged sender reputation, and possible legal problems. A permission-based list grows more slowly at first, but compounds because subscribers understand the exchange. The practical standard is simple. Tell people what they are signing up for. Collect consent appropriate to the rules that apply. Identify the sender honestly, and provide an easy way to unsubscribe. In the United Kingdom, marketing email to individuals generally requires specific consent unless a valid soft opt-in applies. In the United States, commercial email must meet requirements such as accurate sender details, non-deceptive subject lines, a valid postal address, and a clear opt-out process. Other locations have their own rules, so the system should be designed around respect rather than the loosest possible interpretation. Double opt-in can add an extra confirmation step and may reduce the headline sign-up number, but it can also verify addresses and document intent. Whether it is required depends on the platform, audience, and jurisdiction, yet clarity is always useful. The same principle applies to data collection. Ask only for information you genuinely need. A shorter form often converts better and creates less privacy risk. Permission also improves the teaching. When subscribers know what to expect, content can be more focused, and focused content earns stronger engagement. This is why list quality, compliance, and deliverability reinforce one another. They are not competing goals. The real objective is an audience that wants the messages and can reliably receive them. Once that foundation is in place, optimization becomes straightforward because the meaningful numbers show exactly where the system is gaining or losing momentum. For a beginner, only a handful of numbers are needed. Start with landing page visits, completed signups, conversion rate, welcome email delivery, opens, clicks, replies, and unsubscribes. Visits show whether the chosen traffic loop is producing attention. Conversion rate shows whether the offer and page turn that attention into permission. Welcome engagement shows whether the promise is being fulfilled in a way people notice. Unsubscribes and complaints reveal a mismatch in expectations, frequency, or relevance. These numbers should be read together. A high sign-up rate followed by weak engagement can mean the lead magnet attracted curiosity without attracting the right audience. A low sign-up rate with strong engagement may mean the offer is good, but the page is unclear. The fastest improvement comes from changing one variable at a time. Test a more specific headline before redesigning the page. Test a stronger promise before building a second lead magnet. Test a clearer content angle before adding a new platform. This makes cause and effect easier to see. Use enough traffic to avoid overreacting to a few visits and look for patterns rather than daily fluctuations. Qualitative feedback matters too. If several subscribers reply with the same question, that question may become the next lesson, resource, or subject line. If people download the resource but do not use it, the format may require too much effort. The list itself becomes a research panel that improves the system. This is where compounding begins. Better subscriber questions create better content. Better content brings more relevant visitors. Relevant visitors convert into better subscribers, and their responses sharpen the next round. With measurement supporting judgment, the remaining task is practical execution. A simple 30-day rhythm can turn the entire method from an idea into a repeatable habit without overwhelming a beginner. During the first week, define one audience problem and build the smallest useful lead magnet that addresses it. Do not aim for comprehensive, aim for something a person can. Understand and apply quickly. Create the landing page, connect the form to an email service provider, write the delivery email, and test the entire experience using an address you control. Check the mobile page, the confirmation step, the download link, the sender name, and the unsubscribe process. During the second week, create several useful pieces of content around the same problem. Each piece should stand on its own, while naturally relating to the resource. Publish them through the one traffic source selected for the test. During the third week, continue the same rhythm and note the words people use in comments, searches, and replies. Those words often reveal a clearer headline or a more desirable outcome. During the fourth week, review visits, sign-ups, conversion, and welcome engagement. Identify the single weakest moment in the sequence and improve that one point. If traffic is low, improve distribution or content consistency. If conversion is low, clarify the promise and reduce form friction. If engagement is low, improve delivery and welcome emails. This plan is intentionally narrow because focus creates usable feedback. 10 unfinished tactics cannot teach as much as one complete system. A modest audience is not a reason to wait. It is an advantage because individual responses are easier to notice. Early subscribers can reveal exactly what the market understands, values, or finds confusing. By the end of 30 days, success is not only a particular subscriber count, it is a working path that can be repeated, measured, and improved. The final step is knowing how to scale that path without losing the relevance that made it work in the first place. Scaling should preserve the core path while increasing the number of qualified people who enter it. Once one promise, one lead magnet, one landing page, and one traffic loop are working, the next move is usually to deepen the winning source before adding another. Publish more of the content themes that attract engaged subscribers. Improve older high-performing content so it continues sending relevant traffic. Build partnerships with people who serve the same audience without offering the same solution. Add a second lead magnet only when subscriber questions reveal a distinct problem that deserves its own path. This keeps growth organized and makes segmentation meaningful rather than complicated. The deeper lesson is that the fastest way to grow an email list for beginners is not speed at any cost, it is speed of learning. A focused system produces clear feedback, and clear feedback helps every new version perform better. The essential sequence remains stable. Identify a pressing problem, promise a useful small result, make the sign-up simple, bring relevant attention, deliver immediately, continue teaching, respect permission, and improve the weakest point. Avoid bought lists, vague newsletter invitations, excessive form fields, unrelated giveaways, and a scattered presence across too many channels. Those shortcuts often create activity without trust. A strong email list is an owned relationship, built one clear expectation at a time. Even the technical work, consent records, authentication, unsubscribe handling, and sender identity supports that relationship by helping wanted messages reach the inbox. When the system is simple enough to explain and repeat, growth stops feeling mysterious. It becomes a practical cycle, useful promise, relevant traffic, trusted delivery, measured improvement. That cycle gives a beginner confidence because every part has a purpose and every result teaches what to do next. If you'd like to learn more, just click one of the videos you see on the screen.